We have some massive news. More money coming out of Detroit Lions organization. Penei Sewell, who is one of the, I think, the first draft pick of the MCDC.
Yes, sir.
Brad Holmes era. I think the first, this is our pillar, this is our staple guy. When they draft him, full celebration from the war room. We all remember that because it was obviously mocked and ridiculed because this was shortly after the opening press conference where MCDC came out and said, we're going to gnaw a kneecap on our way up. And if you knock us down again, we're going to take a chunk out of your other kneecap on the way up. And everybody mocked him. And then when he drafted Penei, he was like, this is the perfect human for what we're looking to build here. And he has been steadfast, a monster since day one. Who signs for $85 million guaranteed.
Let's go.
So that's what, $152 million in guaranteed contracts that the Detroit Lions have given out today.
Wow. Make it right.
Amon-Ra, St. Brown, now Penei Sewell, MCDC, and the pillars that they're building are going to be around for the long haul. AJ Hawk.
Yeah, like foundational pieces. Sewell and St. Brown, are they in the same draft class?
Yes.
Did they come in together?
Wow. Yep.
I mean, talk about you're hitting when that's your first draft class, and these guys are like the Dan Campbell era, I feel like. So there's no way you could let these guys get out of the building and pay them now because you know the price tag is only going up.
Paying them before the draft. Going in, they want everybody to know who they are, what they are, how they are, or just want to get it out of the way before they have to focus on all this?
Probably just getting it out of the way, taking care of it. But to AJ's point, foundational pieces, and Penei is probably, what, 23, 22 at this point?
Very young.
Very young.
23 going on 24.
Yeah, one of the best young tackles in the game, and this reset the market for the tackles too, right?
I don't know.
For right tackles, yeah.
For right
tackle, okay.
I don't know, because some of these tackle dollars are absurd.
Yeah, it looks like he's getting paid like left, pretty much.
Did they pay Decker last year, their left tackle, or do they have to pay him still?
I believe he already got paid. Him and Ragnar.
Penei's played both, though, right?
Penei's played both when Decker's out, yes.
And he played, picked it up.
Yeah, exactly. He's an absolute freak athlete, is all AQ Shipley ever tells me. He's the most freak athlete at the offensive line position ever.
So he could have technically, if he went over to left tackle, experienced it from being a right tackle and said, nah, I'm a left tackle. You can trade me because I'll go somewhere else.
Right.
Like Orlando Brown Jr. did at Baltimore when he was a right tackle. Then they had him play left tackle for somebody that was injured, played most of the season very well.
Crushed.
And then all of a sudden they're like, oh, you're going back to right tackle. He's like, there's a $7 million difference between this side and the other side whenever it comes to contracts. And with my dad, I think this is what I'm supposed to be. This is what I'm destined to be. He gets traded, does get paid. That would be something that Penei could do, I guess, if they weren't planning on moving him back to left tackle.
Or on the flip side, when they drafted him, everyone's like, all right, he plays left tackle. We already have a left tackle. So they're like, oh, Decker must be gone. But no, they made it work, and that's the reason the Lions found this fucking great offense is because it started with the O-line, and it's the reason Goff got good, and then it's the reason St. Brown's good, and then they're all getting paid.
How about the Detroit Lions, Pac? It's never been like this for the Detroit Lions. People are pumped about who they're signing, and they're signing their own guys.
Oh, I love it. And then they show the draft class that's coming up right now. If you play good, you'll get paid. But we're going to stick with the guys that's doing it the right way. I think this is good. This is good stuff for the Lions. The Lions are a really good team. I think they're a player away from being a really great team.
How about the free agents also seeing this? They're taking care of their own here. You know what I mean? Like, if you do the right shit, we're going to pay you. There's some buildings that hadn't done that in the past. And it's like, I don't know how you think that's going to bode for the humans that are actually going to be making decisions and giving effort. It's like MCDC, everything he laid out alongside Brett, everything they laid out is just coming to fruition. You know?
Goff got to be next, right?
Yes, Goff's next for sure. And that's going to be a big one.
What does that look like? How many years? What does it look like, though?
I want to say I've seen on the internet like 45, 50 million.
Hey, are you happy with how last year went? Yeah, right?
100%.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that was going to be the case. Remember we got into a full fucking fight about this?
Yeah,
I forget when it was?
Whoa.
Yeah, you were a part of it.
Still stand by.
Best season of my life, and I what supposed to enjoy it because we lost.
Yeah, that's what everybody's
that
saying.
Makes absolutely no sense.
That was
my team didn't win the Super Bowl, so I had to be pissed off.
That is not what we said whatsoever.
You guys were predicting that was going to be the case, that once they tasted a little bit of success, they're only going to be fully happy if they win a Super Bowl. If not, it's going to be another letdown year for them. It's like,
well, now next year, though, this was the point.
Well,
now,
I agreed.
Next year,
I think that was my point.
Yes.
Maybe. Yeah, but you guys were saying it was happening this fucking year.
No.
Think about where this team was like a year or two ago versus where it is right now. Like, they just signed signed their own guys, 2 of them, to so much money. So $152 million guaranteed on this one day.
Yes.
Okay, on this one.
And those 2 guys, MCDC's first year and Brad Holmes' first year, they started the season 0-10. We were staring down the first 0-17 team ever, and then they won a couple more games. But it was some tough times for all of these guys.
Which you guys would have been taking the tractor another round, another round, because you guys were the first team to go 0-16.
Yep.
So you guys get 0-16 and 0-17. That'd be quite a little notch under the old belt there for the Detroit Lions. But instead, now we sign these guys to massive deals. We keep our coach, we keep our GM. Everything's and they're happy about it. That's good for you guys.
Hey, and that's why the draft season is the best, because our entire roster is all drafted players. The first move Brad Holmes made was trade for Jared Goff, get 1 million draft picks. He stuck with Jared Goff when everyone said, hey, draft a quarterback, get the next guy. Nope, we like Jared. We're going to draft a bunch of studs around him, and now here we are.
This is what Sean Payton's doing with the Broncos. Right?
That's right.
Yeah, he brings in Zach Wilson. I like Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
I really like Zach Wilson. I'm wondering about the Broncos.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
They're
What's up? What are you worried about?
Well, we know their social media department's not scared to throw a player under the bus completely.
Sure.
Well,
That could have been Team 3.
Let's ride.
At least they got.
No, it was the Broncos. Remember, that's where we learned the let's ride thing from. Now, Team 3 has certainly done their fair share.
Yeah.
They added into the party of, let's dunk on Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
But social media department were the ones that were like, look at the behind the scenes of this fucking guy.
Pretty
He'll
cool.
say let's ride however you need him to.